Hey, all you scrapbookers out there, welcome to Paper Clipping. I'm your host, Noelle Hyman, and just like you, I'm starting to get a feel for how close the holidays really are. So today, we're going to focus on some really fast, easy, simple templates that you can use that are very duplicatable so that scrapbooking over the next month and a half will be really fast and easy. A lot of you are familiar with sketches, which are like drawn out maps that tell you where everything goes. Well, I have a system that's a bit more loose than that. It's more comfortable for me. And depending on the number of photos I have, I pick out one of my general templates that I tend to use and duplicate over and over again. The thing about this is, though, it gives you the general idea, or it makes the most important major decisions for you, like where your photos will go, but then it allows you a lot more creativity within those other spaces. Here's a layout I made based on this one template that I keep in my head, and I don't sketch these out because, like I said, I want them to be loose and general. But I have it in my head, and the overall idea is to have a photo on top, patterns down below it, and to use those to make a rectangle within this rectangular 8.5 by 11 page. So if you're doing a 12 by 12 layout, you might want to make a square instead. Now it can be one photo on top, it can be two vertical photos, or it can be a group of small photos. So let me show you this one layout first. With that general idea of the photo being on top and the patterns being on the bottom, your title can go anywhere else within that space. It can be up on top of the photo, it could be right underneath the photo, or it could be down here at the bottom of the patterns. Your journaling could either go in here with the patterns, or like I did on this layout, it could go around the edges. Here's a Thanksgiving layout using the same general template, but it's very different. First, I've got two vertical photos instead of one single photo. And my title is down here in the center, and I went ahead and I broke out of my rectangular space here for the title. Everything else though stays in this rectangular area. I've got some pattern papers here with some little embellishments going along here, and my journaling is just at the bottom. When I hold these two layouts side by side, you can see that they're similar, especially after knowing the general idea of the template that I was using, but they're also very different. We're going to take that same duplicatable template and put together a layout right now. I've got my photo that we're starting with and my paper that I've picked out as the background, this light green paper to go with my photo. Now, one thing you may notice is this photo is enlarged. I think it's about 8 inches wide, and that's going to make a big difference with that template because there's less space around the edges here. So we'll keep that in mind as we make some choices now. The size of my photo tells me a number of things that will affect my decisions for the rest of this layout. Number one is my journaling. It's going to have to go in this space here because there's nowhere to really fit it around the outside. The other thing is because there's so much going on in this picture, I only want to have a little bit of pattern. Even though I'm used to having a lot more on this template, this one is going to have less pattern. And I've picked this pattern out because it pulls some of the blue from his shirt. So now we've got some green again for her and some blue for him. And then to bridge the pattern paper in the photo, I'm going to add a little bit of ribbon right there. Now, you know me, I like to have a lot more pattern, and I can't do it in this space here because I need to do my journaling here. So I'm going to add a little bit of stamping, and I've chosen colors with this green. It'll just be a little bit darker with this green, and also this kind of tangerine apricot color to go with these oranges in the vase here. The last thing is my title. Because I don't have much space left here, I'm going to add a very small title right up at the top here. Here's what I've got so far. I've added my photo, taped it down with my ribbon and my pattern paper. I added my title up here in these small letters and did some inking just to add a little bit more pattern to my layout. And I also decided at the last minute to add this line of text here from a rub-on. It overlaps with this and it just takes up a little bit of space, not too much, while also bringing in that black down to this space. The last thing I want to do before adding my journaling is a heavy line of text here. It matches the title up here, and I'll just put a little bit more weight here at the bottom, and will also be my bottom line for that rectangle shape that I've been making for this template. Here's the totally completed layout with the journaling and the anchoring line at the bottom, and here are the three layouts all together. Looking at them side by side, you would never have any idea that they had anything to do with each other, but they're all based on the same template. Having a number of loose, general, duplicatable templates makes the whole scrapbooking process very fast because it makes the major decisions for you, like the placement. Then you can get creative within those spaces. It's also flexible for your photos. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, have fun paper clipping.